To impeach or not, President Mahama is on the stance. The minority and the majority are battling it out. It's an issue having to do with the Ford expedition. You remember that saga that surrounded the government of John Dramani Mahama. The issue has gone to the floor now, and that's the information we are getting. So members of parliament are reconvening to debate that thorny issue. That's the information we are getting. And we are in parliament today. Politicos is in parliament to vet and test these issues. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. You're welcome to Politicos on Citi TV. So the minority is insisting that even though they are interested in pushing the agenda, it is not because of them that the House is reconvening. Let's find out from the majority side in Parliament. The Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed is the NDC MP for Banda in the Bonoafo region. He's also the second Deputy Majority Chief Whip in the House. You're welcome to Politicos, sir.
Thank you, my good brother.
We hear that you're whipping your members to come to the House, to come and vote to defend the president. How so?
To begin with, my brother, let me say a very good evening to our cherished listeners and viewers at this time. And I think the question you are asking as to whether I'm whipping my members to come to Parliament to defend the president, I will say no, I'm not whipping my members to come, but rather it is the Speaker of Parliament who is summoning the entire House of Parliament to come on Thursday because of a petition he has received from the minority based on Article 112 of the Constitution. And you know, Article 112 of the Constitution, whenever it is invoked, it is mandatory upon the Speaker to call Parliament within 7 days upon receipt of that petition or motion, which the minority have done, and which the Speaker, being a legal luminary, a very outstanding politician, and a seasoned member of the House, who is well versed in the issues of parliamentary practice and procedure, he cannot break the Constitution, and therefore, constitutionally, he has also complied by making sure that he summoned Parliament to come on Thursday. And as to whether the issue is legitimate and deserves the attention of the House or not, the Speaker has no business with that. All that he has to do, that whenever a motion or a petition of that nature is received, the Speaker shall, within 7 days upon receipt of that petition, summon the House to meet, and that is what he has done.
Did the summons to you from the Speaker state specifically why you are supposed to come back on Thursday?
Because I'm a member of leadership, I will say to you that I've seen the motion based upon which we are being called. But if you look at the general summon that has gone out there, it doesn't contain the actual petition because of which we are being called. But you know, I'm the only member in our leadership currently here. All of them, the rest are in their constituencies. And I just came from the constituency because of that. So I'm the first to come, and I know the rest are following. As leaders of the House, we must be privy to the motion based on which we are being called, and I've seen it.
When you say leaders of the House, does this include leaders from the minority side? So the minority leader, for instance?
Yeah, Parliament has leadership, and leadership means 5 members from the majority, 5 members from the minority. And then we have speakership, that's the Speaker and his 2 deputies. So leadership of the House means majority leader, who is the leader of the entire House, then the minority leader, then the deputy majority leader, deputy minority leader, the chief whip and his 2 deputies, and the minority chief whip and his 2 deputies.
Okay, so I take it then that the minority leader is in the know.
He's in the leadership. He signed it all. He and his deputy signed it.
I have spoken to him. He said he doesn't know why he's been summoned back to the House on Thursday.
Minority leader?
Yes, and
I'm surprised.
None of the leaders know that. Even the majority leader doesn't know. So I'm surprised now that you, the second deputy chief whip majority, knows about this.
It's, as I'm saying, you know, all of them were outside the jurisdiction, and they signed it. About 118, out of the 122 members on the minority side, only 18 members didn't sign, and the motion was signed by their side. No single member from the majority side had an idea or was contacted to sign such a motion. And because of that, I will be highly surprised if the minority leader himself is saying that he's not privy to why the House is being summoned. There is, like, constitutionally, I would say it's a parliamentary coup d'etat, where minority side will sign a motion. Out of 122, only 18 will not sign, and the minority leader, who is the leader of that side, is not privy to it. But it answers one question. You know, the minority side of parliament is not intact, and therefore some of us are suspecting that there may be certain personalities there who may want to do what is happening. But if a minority leader, who is the leader of the side, is not privy to what his people have done, then it's a constitutional coup on their side.
Against who?
Against the minority leader. If I'm the leader of the side, assuming Honorable Abambagwin will be there, then deputy. You know, on their platform, it was the deputy minority leader, Dominic Nittingwood, who put it on their platform that the motion has been summoned and that all of them are being called. So if deputy minority leader Dominic Nittingwood is a deputy, Honorable Kyei Mensah Bonsu is the minority leader, and apart from Honorable Bagwin, he's the longest serving parliamentarian in the leadership. So if his side has summoned sent a petition to the speaker, and the speaker, based upon that, he has also summoned parliament, and 122 members of the minority, only 18 didn't sign, and the minority leader doesn't know. However, it was signed by his deputy, and so constitutionally, it tells you that there's something happening in the minority which the minority leader is not aware, and in fact they are not fair to him.
The minority leader gives the impression that neither he nor even the majority leader Abambagwin is in the know.
Honorable Abambagwin doesn't need to know because it is not being done by his side. So for Honorable Abambagwin not knowing is no news. For our side leadership not knowing is no news. They sent the petition to the speaker. The speaker summoned the house. Now when there, Mr. Speaker, you've summoned the house, what is the issue? He said the minority have brought a motion.
You spoke to the speaker.
Precisely. It is our duty as leadership whenever something
The minority leader said he was not able to speak to the speaker when he tried. It wasn't successful. He went through the clerk.
I know, and you know where the speaker's office is. The speaker comes to parliament every day. So if you want the speaker, it's a matter of going to his office. And I was here. They were outside the jurisdiction. They were in Mauritius.
What do you think will be amiss then?
Oh, clearly speaking, you see, people want the position of the minority leader. And therefore, they want to do for people to say that they are doing well and the minority leader is not doing well. How can you send a motion?
Who are these people?
Oh, I'm telling you, the minority leader says he's not aware that his deputy, together with some members on his side, have sent a petition summoning parliament without his consent, and he's the leader of the minority.
Do you think the Honorable Dominic Nittingwood is looking for the Honorable...
Clearly, he's usurping the powers of the minority leader based on the words of the minority leader that he's not aware. How can 100 out of 122, only 18, 122 minus 18 is 104, isn't it? How can Honorable Dominic Nittingwood bring a petition signed by 104 members of the minority to sign that they are invoking Article 112, and the minority leader, Honorable Kyei Mensah Bonsu, will not be aware and will be bold to tell you, the media, that he's not aware? And that even the majority leader is not aware either. That is no news. The majority leader is the leader of the majority and the leader of the house.
Since you seem to be privy
I'm shocked.
Since you appear to be privy to
now it has answered my question. I was asking myself, how can this happen? It's like, you know, people want to prove that they are doing the work and some are not doing
to prove to who?
To prove to their flag bearer and their party leadership. That's what has happened.
Is the Honorable Kyei Mensah Bonsu not responsible to the flag bearer?
Let me tell you, to be honest with you, I respect the position of Honorable Kyei Mensah Bonsu very well. And I respect his impact and his responsibilities that he's performing in Parliament. And therefore, for 104 members, MPs from the minority side, from the largest opposition party, led by the deputy minority leader, Honorable Dominic Nittingwood, to sign a motion invoking the Constitution, Article 112, petition the Speaker to summon Parliament without the consent of his boss, the minority leader, should make a statement to you.
Since you have...
I'm surprised. I was thinking of this thing and you have answered my question.
Honorable, since you appear to have seen the signature or the signatures that were gathered for these summons, did you see the minority leader's signature in there? Did he sign this?
I'm telling you, I'm the whip.
Did the minority leader?
I'm the deputy whip.
Do you know if the
My
minority
boss
leader
was
signed?
not here. I'm telling you that on their platform, I'm not on the minority platform.
Yeah, but
on their platform,
my question is,
let me tell you something. Honorable Dominic is not the minority chief whip. It is Honorable Damboche who is the minority chief whip. Honorable Natoshi is the first deputy minority chief whip. Honorable Bafo area is the second deputy.
What's your point?
None of them whip the members. When the motion was signed by Dominic Nittywood, 104 members of the minority sent to the speaker, it was Dominic Nittywood who put it on the minority platform, summoning them to come. He was now doing the work of the whip. All this without the consent of the minority leader.
Are you saying
does it sound well to you? It's a clear manifestation that the minority side, even I've dealt with most of them. It's like most of them are worried why such a motion should be coming from their side at this time.
Let's move on.
And so they are not united on the motion, clearly speaking. That is also an issue. And it was Dominic Nittywood who put it on their platform, inviting all of them that they've invoked this thing. So if minority leader is not aware, it means it's minority leader against Dominic Nittywood. They are not united on the motion. And clearly, the motion itself is frivolous and vexatious. And I'm now convinced that if minority leader has seen it, they wouldn't have even.
So I'm going to ask you about the motion. So if they raise it on the floor on Thursday, how is the majority approaching it?
They themselves are running away from their motion, so I will not be surprised that they will even abandon it.
You do not think it will see the light of day?
No, but even now, once the minority was not bold enough to tell you that this is the reason, this is what they've done, and that's why we are coming. It means they've seen the flaws in the motion, and therefore it will be frivolous and vexatious.
But how does the NDC plan to attack it?
Embarking upon this motion would be like asking Ghanaian who is the president of Ghana. It's frivolous and vexatious.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, he's NDC MP for Banda in the Bono Afro region. He's also the second deputy majority chief whip. He joined us on Politicos here on Citi TV. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadu. Thank you for watching.